Welcome to Math with Mrs. Cox. We are on Chapter 6, Lesson 11, page 443. We are dividing decimals by whole numbers, and we're going to use a few models to help figure out some of these questions. Sometimes this helps people, sometimes it just makes it more confusing. So just follow along. Example 1, there are 8.4 meters left in a roll. Nancy wants to cut the ribbon in half. What will be the size of each piece of ribbon? So 8.4 divided by 2. We're going to estimate 8 divided by 2 will be 4. So our answer should be about 4. Now, when we are dividing decimals, we have our cute little decimal right here. And then we go dot, 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 splat, and just draw a decimal right above on the bracket. Now we pay attention to how the numbers are situated. 2 will go into 8 4 times. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. We're going to bring down this 4. 2 will go into 4 2 times. And we're going to put the 2 over the 4, which happens to be on the right side of the decimal, and that's okay. This is why it's important to line everything up. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. So 8.2 divided by 2 is 4.2. Each piece of ribbon will be 4.2 meters long. Using multiplication, we can see that 4.2 times 2 equals 8.4, which was our original dividend. And there's how they've drawn models. Now on yours, just go ahead and do like a square for the hundreds and write 100. And then just do a bar for the tens. And continue on and so forth. And you can see, since it's divided by 2, we have 2 groups of 4.2 that we are working on. Okay, example 2. Find $6.54 divided by 12. Round to the nearest cent. Okay, so the nearest cent is going to be the penny spot, okay? All right, so we place the decimal directly above the decimal point of the dividend. Dot, 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 splat. Put your decimal point right there. Now 12 will not go into 6, but 12 will go into 65 about 5 times. 5 times 12 is 60, and there's 5 different. Bring down the 4. 12 will go into 54 4 times, and it is 48. So then we can not take 8 from 4, come over here, borrow and regroup. 8 from 14 is 6, bring down the 0. 60. 12 will go into 65 times even. 5 times 12 is 60. 0. So $6.54 divided by 12 will be 0.545. But we have to round to the nearest tenth. So that means this is our target, and that's going to decide what it does, and it's going to round to 55 cents. To check for reasonableness, we would take this number right here, times it by 12, it works out to be 6.54, which was in our original problem. All right, this is gonna be a lot of division through here, so we're going to just first, by putting our dot, by going dot, 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 splat, dot, 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 splat. There we go. So 3 will go into 4 at least one time. 1 times 3 is 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. Bring down the 8. 3 will go into 18 6 times. We're going to stick it over here on this side because it's still working on that side of the decimal. 6 times 3 is 18. 18 minus 18 is 0. Bring down that 3. 3 will go to 3 once. 1 times 3 is 3. 0. Bring down that 3. 3 will go into 3 one more time. 1 times 3 is 3. 0. Okay, it might be handy to grab some graph paper for this lesson because we have a lot of tiny spaces that we're writing this important information in. Okay, we have our decimal point. So 2 will go into 8 4 times. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. Bring down the 8. 2 will go into 8 4 times, but it's going to go on this side of the decimal because we're working on the 8 that is on that side of the decimal. 8, 0. So our answer is 4.4. Okay, we're going to change it up a little bit. We're just going to do the evens from here on out. So if you're not paying attention to the video or buffering through, you'll skip that nice little piece of information. The rest of you that are following along, good job. Okay, 4. We're going to do 22.11 divided by 11. Of course, we have to set it up like this. 22.11 divided by 11. Okay, so will 11 go into 2? Nope. Oh, first of all, we gotta go dot, 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 splat. All right, now will 11 go into 22? It will. It'll go 2 times. 2 times 11 is 22. Bring down the 1. Oh, 11 won't go into that, so I have to put a 0 up here because it won't go into it. Put another 1 down here. So now will 11 go into 11? Yes, it will go in 1 time. 1 times 11 is 11. 0. So then now I know that my answer here is 2.01. Okay, 8 will go into 12 at least 1 time. 1 times 8 is 8. 12 minus 8 is 4. Bring down the 4. We have 44. 8 will go into 44 at least 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40. 44 minus 40 is going to be 4. Now, they don't want you to put remainders on here. They want you, because it's working with decimals, to figure it out. So you can just add a 0, a placeholder 0, and bring it down, and it helps figure out all the decimal spots. So 8 will go into 40 another 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40. 40 minus 40 is 0. So your answer is going to be 1.55. Number 8. Let's work on this one. They have it already bracketed up for us. Yay. 11 will go into 55 at least 5 times. 5 times 55. 5 times 11 equals 55. 55 minus 55 is 0. Bring down the 4. Now 11 will not go into that. We're going to go dot, 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 splat. So we're going to put the 0 on the side. 0 times 11 is 0. Bring down the 4. Let's see if we get anything else better. 44. Will 11 go into 44? Yes, it will go at least 4 times. 4 times 11 is 44. I have no idea why that select all button keeps coming up. I keep touching the screen and it's not going away. Anyway, the answer to 8 is 5.04. Divide. Round to the nearest tenth. Okay, so let's divide first. Let's do number 10. We're going to do 4. We'll go into 6.28. There we go. Dot, 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 splat. Okay, 4 will go into 6 at least 1 time. 1 times 4 is 4. 6 minus 4 is 2. Bring down the 2. 4 will go into 22 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. There's 2 left over. Bring down the 8. 4 will go into 28 7 times. 7 times 4 is 28. So then we know our number is 1.57. If you're still struggling about where to put the decimal, go ahead and raise your hand and somebody will come over and help you figure it out. What we're going to work on I'm going to work on it over here. You're going to definitely need a lot of room for this one. Okay, 78.04. Okay, 8 will not go into 7, but 8 will go into 78 at least 9 times. 9 times 8 is 72. 72 from 78 would be 6. We're going to do dot, 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 splat. Put our little decimal point right there. Bring down the 0. 8 will go into 60 at least 7 times. 7 times 8 is 56. We have 4 left over. Bring down the 4. Now, 8 will go into 44 at least 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40. And then we have a 4. If we had a 0 here, can bring it down, and it would be 5 again, would be 40, 0. Okay, so they want us to round to the nearest hundredth. This is where it gets a little tricky. Nearest hundredth. This is 10th. This is 100th. Okay, so this one is our target, and this one determines what our target does. What is our target going to do? You're right. It's going to round up. So we have 9.76 is our answer, because we rounded to the nearest hundredth. Okay, let's move over to 14. Alrighty, let's look at 14. Will 25, well actually first let's do the dot, dot, dot splat. Put the decimal right there. Okay, 25 will not go into 4, but 25 will go into 46 at least once. 1 times 25 is 25. So 5 from 6 is 1, 2 from 4 is 2. We have 21. Bring down the 0. So now you got to think about how many quarters are in about $2.10. I know every 100 has 4. So there's at least 100, 200. So there's at least 8 25s. 8 times 25 is 200. So then we have 10 left over, right? We can add just another 0, bring it down. 25 will go into 100 at least 4 times. 4 times 25 is 100. Okay, so there we go. Same story with this one though. We need to round it to the nearest hundredth. So this is a 10th. This is a 100th. And this is a 1,000th. So we need to round, this is our target, and that's going to determine what we're going to do. So then our answer is going to equal 0.18. And that's where we're going to keep it because we're rounding it to the nearest hundredth. Okay, there's your answer sheets. Hopefully you're able to fit all your equations in. Let's go over to the next page. Okay, number 16. 4 girls, let's translate that, 4 girls swam the 4x20 meter freestyle relay in a total of 540.4 seconds. If each girl swam her part in the race in the same amount of time, what was the time for one girl? Okay, so they're trying to confuse you by adding these extra numbers right here, but they really don't mean anything other than that's the name of the race that they were winning or running or swimming in. So what we're going to do, we have our division problem. It's going to be 4 into 540.4. Okay, 4 will go into 5 once. 1 times 4 is 4. Bring down the 1. Bring down the 4. 4 will go into 14 at least 3 times, and that'd be 12. There'll be 2 left over. Bring down the 0. Okay, let's see. It'll go into at least 5 times. Gonna do dot, 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 splat. 20. 0. Bring down the 4. 4 will go to 4 one time. 1 times 4 is 4. 0. Okay. So, looks like we're going to have that each girl will have gotten, or for one girl, it would be 135 0.1 seconds. Four into $33.40. Okay. Make sure we're not missing any information here. Okay, 4 will go into 33 at least 8 times. 8 times 4 is 32. We have 1 left over. Dot, 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 dot. Splat is our decimal. Bring down the 4. 4 will go into 14 at least 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. 14 minus 12 is 2. Bring down the 0. And 4 will go into 20 at least 5 times. So the cost of an evening ticket is $8.35. Okay, let's find the cost of a daytime ticket. Move over here and give me some more room. So my daytime ticket is going to be 6 into 39.30. All right, 6 will go into 39 at least 6 times. 6 times 6 is 36. 39 minus 36 is 3. Dot, 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 dot. Splat for a decimal. Bring down this 3. 6 will go into 33 at least 5 times. 5 times 6 is 30. 33 minus 30 is 3. Bring down this 0. 6 will go into 35 times. 5 times 6 is 30. Okay, we've got it all figured out. So now this is the cost of a daytime ticket. So you need to find the difference. Okay, the bigger number goes on top when we do differences. So I'm going to do that over here. So 8.35. And that is for the evening ticket. And the daytime ticket is $6.55. And we're going to subtract those. All right, 5 from 5 is 0, but I can't take 5 from 3, so I'm going to have to borrow from this, turn it into a 7, and this to a 13. And then I have 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 numbers in between that one. Bring my decimal down, because remember when you're subtracting decimals, you keep the decimals lined up. 7 minus 6 would be $1. So there is going to be $1.80 different. 80 cents different. Okay, and number 20, when might you need to round the quotient when dividing a decimal by a whole number? All right, friends, there is your answer key for the